Monday. We were out yesterday, as you maybe seen, or whatever episode I put that in. It's nice and flat, calm more or less, but the clouds have come in and it's probably going to rain a lot. I've got young Magnus to come along again. As you can see, he's got a nice green pair of bottoms. They're my old ones. They're still full of sea urchin spines from New Zealand. I've actually got Tom and Keris on their rib as well, and we're going to do a bit of a mission out to the Isle of NOSS. It's actually a big bird sanctuary and stuff as well, just to see what's about. We do have our spear guns and stuff, so we might get in for a dive, not do too much, but just enjoy the day really.
Me and my girl, we do cardio. I run like Mario, cause stress like Sicario. But that catches party on. I'm a Gemini, and she's a Scorpio. But that don't cross our minds when we on the cardio. Bet you wanna peek, bet you wanna see something. We don't wanna give, we don't wanna give nothing. I'm a Gemini, she's a Scorpio. But that don't cross our minds when we on the cardio.
We're starting off by anchoring up and having a dive in between NOSS and Isle of Brassey. Now, I've seen this location from Brassey before, but it's the first time I've ever got in the water here. It's always looked pretty clear, it's always been crazy tides, and I've known it as being a killer whale highway, which Magnus always reminds me of every time we go there. Thankfully, no killer whales there today, even though that would be pretty cool, but the viz is like, I've never seen it before. It's definitely the start of winter when you see viz like this. Well, it's been a while since I've had a sea urchin, so I might as well give it a go again. I can confirm that it tastes the same and I'm still not sure I like it. But I'm glad I tried it. Didn't look like the viz stopped at the last location. I jumped in here and it was teeming with life. I could see fish everywhere. I could probably see around 10-15 meters. It was pretty crazy. You also can't write this. First dive, see a decent sized fish, had to take it. After dropping the fish off in Tom's boat, because it was closer, I kept diving and there was just fish life everywhere, from your tiny little silics all the way up to your decent sized pollock, but I was looking for something bigger. I'm not really in the need of any pollock at the minute or anything for the freezer, but if there's a monster that comes along that I might get personal best, I'll pull the trigger. I ended up moving off to some deeper ground where you can see here there's a nice ledge. Now this is where I'm going to drop down and I follow basically the line of the rock all the way to the bottom, where I tuck myself right in and start giving a few grunts to see what comes in. It doesn't take long before a few fish start to get interested, and they come pretty much at the end of my gun, and it was so tempting to pull the trigger, but all I had going through my head was, imagine if I had the pole spear. So after this dive, I ran all the way back to the boat and set the pole spear up. With the pole spear set up, I was straight back out as darkness is starting to fall, and we're all the way around the corner at NOSS, and we still have to get all the way back to town. I head out to the same sort of spot, and I dive, and I can't find a single fish. Not one fish, like last time, it comes in front of me, ready for the spear. I guess that's just classic, isn't it, really? But with the lack of fish, I change my mind and I go for an explore in the cave instead. With darkness starting to set in and Magnus popping back up at the boat with not an empty hand, which is good, we decide to make our way back in. It's been a pretty crazy day or evening spearfishing and finding some new spots. Definitely want to explore this place a lot more. That might be a next year thing. Let's see. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time.